Is Karnataka going back old school, adopting ballot paper instead of EVMs for their upcoming civic body polls? This comes in the midst of the Congress and their face, Rahul Gandhi, claiming that EVMs are rigged. So they've now decided that in Karnataka civic body polls, they will go the traditional way, which was used 20 years ago. That's ballot paper. We're going to take you through details of that with our panelists on board. And also on our top story tonight is A.R. Rahman, world-renowned music composer who's earned all his fame in India, believes that he's now getting lesser work in the last 8 years. He attributes that likely to communal issues. He hasn't explicitly said that he faced it directly, but he says maybe there could be a communal undertone to why I'm getting less work now from the Hindi film industry. We're going to take you through those details. Also on our top story tonight is Karnataka's DGP rank officer who's been caught in compromising position with a lady in his office during office hours. The demands now growing for him to be sacked. Remember, he is the stepfather of Rania Rao, who was caught in gold smuggling case. All the details and more. Headlines first. UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan lands in India for the 2-hour visit. Lots that they discussed. Prime Minister Modi received him at the airport. His third trip to India since him taking office. The leaders discussed trade, defense, and establishing a House of India in UAE. So stronger ties between the two nations. This meet established that. Army Special Forces soldier Havildar Gajendra Singh killed in action amid ongoing Operation Thrashi in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar. Army's White Knight Corps pays tribute. And here you have BJP new national president replacing JP Nadda. Unopposed, Nitin Nabin becomes BJP's national president, receiving 37 nomination sets in his favor. He succeeds JP Nadda, who now serves as health minister in Modi government. He will take charge from 20th of Jan. Kuldeep Singh Sengar's plea seeking suspension of 10 years sentence rejected in the custodial death case of Unnao rape victim's father. Karnataka State Election Commission to use ballot papers in Bengaluru polls, replacing EVMs. Decision follows cabinet recommendation and is legally valid, says the State Election Commissioner G.S. Sangreshi. Karnataka State moves High Court to state trial court's permission for home-cooked meals for accused in Renukaswamy murder case, including Darshan. Government cites FSSAI rated 4-star jail food and warns against setting a precedent for other prisoners. CBI concludes 2-day questioning of TVK chief Vijay over Karur rally stampede, totaling 7 hours of testimony. TVK says no further summons or arrest expected, dismissing rumors about charge sheet filing. All right, let's take you through all our top stories. Of course, Karnataka right now is debating on EVMs, and Rahul Gandhi right from the start has rejected EVMs, saying it's rigged under the Modi regime. And so Karnataka now decides to go old school. Just days after Maharashtra delivered a big civic verdict using EVMs, a fresh political fight has opened up in Karnataka, and this time the debate is not just about who wins, but about how you cast your vote. So Karnataka has decided to go old school. They've decided to move away from EVM machines to ballot papers for the upcoming civic body polls. And this, the Karnataka State Election Commission itself has announced. They've announced that elections to the newly formed Greater Bengaluru Authority, expected in May or June, will be held using ballot papers, not EVMs. The same ballot method will also be used for Zilla Panchayat and Taluk Panchayat elections later this year. The Congress-led Karnataka government says that this is about restoring public confidence, because they have strongly claimed, at least Rahul Gandhi and some of the Congress leaders have strongly claimed that EVMs under BJP rule has been rigged. Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister H.K. Patil of Karnataka has argued that doubts around EVM's credibility are only growing, especially in local body elections. Siddaramaiah cabinet had recommended a return to ballot paper voting last year itself, and the Election Commission says that it's now been acted upon. So the Karnataka State Election Commission has decided they'll go with the suggestion made by the Karnataka government. State Election Commissioner G.S. Sangreshi says three things are clear now. Ballot paper are not banned by the law. Supreme Court allows both EVMs and ballot paper. And the State Election Commission has full authority to choose the voting method as well. He has also denied any political pressure in announcing this, saying that the Commission is independent. The BJP has strongly opposed this decision. It says ballot elections have a history of problems like proxy or illegal voting, booth capturing and vote theft, more violence and more post-poll disputes that can happen. BJP argues that EVMs were brought exactly to prevent these issues, but here we're going old school again. Now, Bengaluru's last civic elections, the BBMP polls in 2015 were held using EVMs indeed. But Karnataka Election Commission points out that already ballot papers are in practice even now. Most Gram Panchayat and cooperative elections already use ballot papers. Only Assembly and Lok Sabha elections have strictly moved to EVMs. And also clarifying, the Election Commission in Karnataka says many democracies around the world, including the United States, still very much use ballot paper. The Commission also admits many Bengaluru voters may not be used to ballot voting after 2 decades of EVMs, but insists that paper ballots are still valid, accepted system, and it won't be hard for them to adapt. So, along with this announcement, the draft voter list for Greater Bengaluru is also now out. Total voters in Bengaluru, 8.89 million, men 4.5 million, women 4.3 million, other categories 1,635. This is one of India's biggest and most politically important urban electorates. So while Maharashtra civic body polls showed technology-driven elections through EVMs, here's Karnataka choosing the old school route. They've decided now to go back from EVMs to ballot papers. Stakes are certainly high, but let's see how this is politically perceived. Let's bring in our guest joining us, Dr. Muhammad Amin, former Joint Director, Election Commission of India. We also have Ashok K.M. Gowda, spokesperson of the BJP, Satya Prakash, Vice Chairperson and spokesperson, KPCC. Thanks all of you for joining us. I'll start with our Congress spokesperson on the panel, Satya Prakash. Over to you. Congress is, after all the criticism that you all have made about EVMs, finally you get to go away from EVMs, at least for your local body polls. Give us a little sense of what and why this decision was made. See, at the end of it, Election Commission has announced it, but it appears it's happened on the suggestion and recommendation of the Siddaramaiah's cabinet last year itself. So tell us, why do you hate EVMs and you're okay with ballot papers, despite there were so many issues that came up with ballot papers, which is why we moved to EVMs, but you're not satisfied. Why?
Democracy is all about choice. Elections are the backbone of any democracy. Holding free and fair election is the job of the Election Commission, and it is the backbone and it is the essence of any democracy. Even if one guy has a doubt on the electoral system, we have to listen to that one guy also. But here, in case of EVMs, there are thousands and thousands of complaints. People are still not convinced that this EVM process, the elections held through EVM, especially under the Modi regime, has been free and fair. And when that is the mood of the people, there is nothing wrong for a state election commission to see if going back to ballots will win the confidence of people. It's all about trying. There is nothing wrong in trying, isn't it? We have been using EVM for assembly elections. We have been using EVM for parliamentary elections. But most of the panchayat elections, where number of candidates are more, still paper ballot was used for a long time. And now, since this paper ballot is going to be used in GBA also, and the State Election Commissioner, Mr. Sangreshi, has clearly said that he is going to use the paper ballot in all the local body elections, this will be a litmus test for people to gain confidence. Now people will come to one conclusion, whether really BJP is winning fairly through EVMs. So there is nothing wrong. But what has happened is,
but you won 2023 elections in Karnataka through EVMs.
That's okay. See, what I'm telling is, I'm not see, please try to understand. I'm not saying EVM is bad, but what I'm saying is few people feel that there is some humbug happening in EVM, and it is a bounden duty of any election commission or any government to satisfy them in a democracy. You have to satisfy them. I and you might be okay. BJP might be okay. Tomorrow Congress also might be okay. But what about people's confidence? What is democracy?
But there was a survey conducted by the Karnataka Congress as to how much faith they have in EVMs, and you have a majority of people who said they have faith in EVMs. So whose faith are you talking about then? People have faith.
We all know who conducted that. We
survey.
All know who conducted that
who
survey.
Conducted it?
And what was the sample? What was the sample size? That also we know. Sample size is not even 0.05%. So how can we take that? Okay. See, even if there is one guy who says that I don't have confidence on this EVM, it is a bounden duty, because every vote counts. Every voter has a response. The election commission is responsible for every voter. Today, what is happening, Nabila, is what is wrong in trying the paper ballot? You tell me, what is wrong? Let us try it.
It's just a tedious process. Paper ballot is a tedious process. There could be booth capturing. There were issues with that also, no? You also agree that we've come a long way. In fact, India, we should be proud. In India, we've adapted technology in our voting system, which most countries haven't. And Indian population, look at the size of our population. We can't be sitting and doing ballot paper for Lok Sabha and Assembly also.
India is a nascent democracy. You should not forget India's democracy is just 75 years old. Most of the other democracies who are 150 years old, they have gone back to paper ballot. And having paper ballot in a corporation election is easy, because the total number of votes are not as high as an MLA or an MP election. Easily we can count those votes. It's not a big thing. So let us give it a try. Let the election commission be given a chance to get the mandate of the people, to get the confidence of the people. And
why have you lost confidence after Maharashtra's civic win? Have you lost confidence after BJP won Maharashtra?
See, winning and losing is okay. Even in ballot paper also we might lose, no problem. But winning the confidence of people is very important.
Okay.
Congress, BJP is not important. The people will get confidence. Yes, the election commission held in the paper ballot, assuming that Congress loses. The people will get confidence. Congress has not lost because of EVM problem. But if there is the other way around, the people will come to one conclusion that yes, we have to try paper ballots in MLA and MP elections, is all I'm saying. Okay. Let us give a try, is all I'm saying.
Mohammed Amin, let me bring in our former election commission officer himself. Mr. Amin, thanks very much. Your take on this. Do you believe we're moving backward? But at the same time, if you really look at it objectively, then countries like the United States still adopt ballot paper. Several countries but the scale of Indian population, I don't know how practical it is. But tell us more. Is it still possible with a civic body poll, smaller elections, more controlled? Is it easier to deal with?
Nabila, just I heard the spokesperson of the Congress, what he was telling us. He is giving the lecture to me. Means he cannot understand and he cannot forget about their history when this was started. He can recollect his memories. This was started in 2004 by the Election Commission of India on the pilot project what is started in Kerala. Why? This was happened at that time, and that was the Congress government. And this was EVM was started by the Congress government at that time. So a lot of objections every time we have. Listen, this machine is EVM machine is used by the India, not by the other countries. I am going to mention it. Just see, this machine is operated by the battery, not by the internet connected. And this is just like a calculator. If you can count 1 to 1, not 1 to 11. Understand? Second thing, the local bodies has no right to take the EVM machines from the Election Commission's office. And there was a lot of dispute by the Congress government and the Congress fellows. That's why might be they have not asked for the EVM machines. And that's why they've taken the local bodies for the ballot papers. They can use it. Actually, we are responsible, Election Commission of India. So that's why we are using the EVM machines in Assembly, MLCs, MP, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, and President election. not for the local bodies.
Very
And we
well.
have not spare machines also, EVM machine to give them for the local authorities, like the municipal corporation. Greater Bengaluru Authority has just like a municipal corporation, and they want ballot paper, they can do it their own. That is the state body. It is not concerned with the Election Commission of India, and in Election Commission of India, no objection on that. And this EVM machine was targeted by the opposition parties, whatsoever boy. Maybe sometime the BJP also, sometime the Congress, but this was challenged in the Supreme Court of India. What they got the result? Supreme Court of India has given the certificate that this machine is very good and for the best for the election. And nowadays we are not going to the back. We are going to the forward and believing on the modern system of the Election Commission. And we are also giving 63 countries to assistance and the machines also. And,
Can I reply to him?
Yeah.
Can I reply to him?
Yeah. If
I
he's
have
done,
got
if
the
he's
election
completed, then you can.
My friend,
Mr. Amin, have you
friend,
completed?
Everything Satya only
my
will say.
friend, 1 second.
I have worked with the Election
friend.
Commission.
No, allow, sir,
my
Satya,
friend,
allow
my friend,
Mr. Amin to complete his points. Sir, have you completed your points?
Yeah, I have completed.
Okay, now Satya,
Yeah,
what
Mr.
is...
No.
Mister, there is a popular saying. The crow will always feel, its baby is the most beautiful baby in this world.
No, that's not even an argument, sir. Let me bring in a BJP spokesperson on this.
Give me a chance.
You know,
I'll tell you why. In spite of it being introduced by Congress, so what? Even if we have introduced, if there is some problem made, we have to relook at it. We have to relook at it. Just because Congress has introduced, that doesn't mean we should not relook. Congress introduced EVM in the right spread. But EVM under a good government is different from an EVM
this
with
technology
a government who
used
are
by the
not as
Election
good.
Commission at the regime of the with concern with the government.
Whose
That
past
was
is
the Congress
dubious?
government.
Mr. Modi's and Amit Shah's past is
I said
dubious.
Mr. Modi and
So
Amit
an
Shah.
EVM
But it's still, I don't know, if just out of apprehensions, you're willing to waste resources, Mr. Satya Prakash. How much money will go in printing papers? How much money it's a... sir, how much money goes in printing, the printing process, papers, all that? Who's spending?
No,
The
they want,
Karnataka government?
They want to rigging on that. But
Don't
EVM
worry,
they cannot
don't
rig
worry.
that.
Sir,
But you see,
who has to pay for all that?
Transparency in a democratic process is
Ballot
more
papers
than
are looted
But
at that time.
transparency is ideally
Now they
supposed to
cannot
be
actually
better with
mention
EVMs, sir.
We are the numbers we can reject it.
Democracy. Transparency in an electoral process is the backbone in a democracy.
Which is why we
You
moved
cannot
out of paper
just
ballots.
create in that.
Which is why we moved out of paper ballots and came to EVMs because of better transparency.
Yeah.
Here people are saying the EVMs
People are saying, or Rahul Gandhi is saying, sir, please make up your mind. Okay.
Rahul Gandhi also is saying, Satya Prakash also is saying, lakhs and lakhs of people on the streets also are saying.
Okay. Let me bring in Ashok K. M. Gowda.
दूध पानी का पानी छोड़िए. Why are you afraid of ballot? Why are you afraid of ballot papers? You tell me.
20
Why are
minutes.
you afraid of
Let me
ballot
also
papers?
speak. It's just because you're ruling in
The
Karnataka.
business of the
not
Election
Buddhism.
Commission is to conduct the election in the country.
Okay. Allow
Assembly
Mr.
and the
Ashok
Parliament.
K. M. Gowda to speak.
That is
Mr.
the right
Ashok.
of the Election Commission. They can use the EVM machines. You have no right to say anything in that. And the Supreme Court has already stamped on that. The machine is correct.
But sir, I mean, here Election Commission chief only in Karnataka has announced ballot papers. Do you think
Pardon?
the Election Commission itself has announced ballot papers in Karnataka civic body polls? Do you
No,
think...
that is the state body. This is not the Election Commission. Not our CEO has done it. And even our CEO has not given
No, but
it
the
to
state
the
body
election
has very well within their right.
State election commission,
This
not
is the
by
state
that
election
commission.
commission.
Yeah, no, the
You
State
should know
Election
this
Commission,
basic-
yes, Mr. Amin, State Election Commission has said it and they say it's not out of any political pressure.
No.
Do you believe
Nabila,
there's pressure?
Just for your information, this time there was a lot of controversy. That's why the Election Commission is now ready to give this machine to the state authorities for their state elections. Otherwise, you see, we have given to the, with concern with the other states also. If they want, they're willing it. They don't want, we cannot give it to them.
So what happened
If they
to
don't
all
have the trust on
this
the
time
EVMs.
in Maharashtra civic body polls? There were indelible ink. A lot of leaders of all parties except for the BJP said that your ink was getting rubbed off with nail polish remover. If it's so easy to pull it
Rajiv
off.
has asked me. On the same day,
So
Rajiv
then-
has asked me, Mana, this is the question of the inquiry. They can inquire it. Maybe they use the
So that
expired
means even
bottle,
EVMs are not
expired bottle
foolproof.
enabling.
But you
That
agree,
was the
sir?
technology.
You agree that even EVMs are not foolproof?
Now, how you can say? Nabila is
People are able to remove
code
the
has given
indelible
the
ink with a
certificate
nail
on that.
polish remover. How easy is it to duplicate votes?
duplicate vote.
Come in the name of Ashok Gowda, remove my ink. Again, I can
In
come
case
in
of
the
the
name
ballot,
of
they can
Amin and
misuse
put another
anything.
vote.
But the machines, they cannot duplicate vote.
Why? How? Arey, come on, yeah. Once I will come, you will put deliverable link. I will come and vote on my name. I will go remove it. And again, inconvenience with the officials there, I will come in the name of Ashok Gowda and put another vote. Will EVM not take my vote? EVM will take my vote. Come on. EVM will take my vote. Isn't it?
We are the
take my
master
vote.
for the election purposes. We know how to operate the machine. We give them training before the elections. We have to the system of that. This is system already adopted by the Congress party.
All right,
in
allow
2004.
Mr. Ashok K.M. Gada to come in. Sir, please, your take on this. EVM, I know BJP really, endorses EVM and the whole world does. But there are also apprehensions, a lot of unanswered questions. Each time there are questions raised by the citizens, it's like, election commission will respond to or investigation will reveal, but no answers really come. Ultimately, the issue is dead and buried. But, we know that it's not internet operated, it's battery operated, but there are claims that the hardware can be tampered. EVM hardware can be tampered. These are claims that have often risen. What's your take on this? And your take on Karnataka civic body polls going into ballot voting?
See, Nabila, already our independent voice has answered it and is an expert in that. And as well as court has clearly stated, EVMs cannot be tampered, and whatever the tamper proof has to be done, they have already done it. That is point number one. Point number two. Now, elections took place in civic body in six civic bodies in Karnataka last month. And there were EVMs as well as there were ballot papers. Whether it was ballot paper or EVM, in all booths, BJP won with the majority in all the six civic polls, all the six civic bodies. In spite of that, meaning to say, the Congress party does not understand that Bangalore is a Silicon Valley of India, and Bangalore is in competition with the Silicon Valley of the world. And that is wherein we have to move towards making sure that Bangalore uses the best of technology in its electoral process. They are comparing themselves to the 8-volt process. Why? Because they were experts in chemical rigging, they were experts in booth rigging, they were experts in all those nonsense things which they believe that it can be looted and we can come to power. Even in spite of that, believe me, in spite of that, let them loot, let them do chemical rigging. In spite of that, BJP will come to power. Out of 363 wards in Bangalore, that is GB area, in 5 corporations, BJP will come to power in all the 5 corporations.
Nabila.
I can bet on this on Satya. That is point number 3.
Nabila.
Point number 4. No, this is not right, Satya.
No,
Please.
allow Ashok to complete. Okay, go on, Ashok.
This is not right. I waited for 22
Okay,
minutes.
go on, Ashok.
Wait.
Okay.
See the point
Go on, man.
number
Go
4.
on.
Whatever it is, we are moving forward. Meaning to say that, if they want to conduct an election in a ballot paper, we welcome it. Only thing is that time will be wasted, environment will be harmed because of the bamboo trees and other things. But Congress wants its ego to be satisfied. They said vote chori. Vote chori turned out to be fake narrative. We got BJP one, and they said EVMs. All technical experts said EVM fake narrative spread by the Congress party is absolutely wrong, and they have something wrong in their mind. That is what is happening with the Congress. Do naach na jane angan teda. That is the concept Congress party has. Papa, I request Congress party to have a better advisor for Rahul Gandhi and as well as for Siddaramaiah and grow up little bit and let us move towards a modern technology.
Okay. Nabila ji.
And you have already screwed up India for several years, and we are moving towards making India as a power.
Don't use derogatory words unbecoming of a national spokesperson. Okay, let me come back to what my friend said. Don't use words like sprue and all. You're a spokesperson. Don't use such words. Okay.
Okay.
Now I will go on record, Nabila. I am not a hypocrite like the ex-election commissioner or whatever director and my friend BJP. I am okay. Anyone can win. Election is all about people's choice. Whom people will choose, he will win, whether Congress wins or BJP wins. Here the problem is the transparency in the electoral process. What is democracy? It is of the people, by the people, for the people, not of Mr. Amin, not of Ashok Gowda, not of Nabila, or not of Satya Prakash. Democracy is for the people. Today people are having apprehensions on the EVM. Whoever wins, let the Congress win or BJP win. But the transparency is very important. Transparency. And now my friend Ashok Gowda has given a challenge. I take his challenge. Why are you afraid of ballot papers if you are so sure of the victory? You are so sure of the victory.
No, one second, Satya Prakash, you are saying that, but even ballot papers is not foolproof, right? There's booth capturing. You can basically rig even ballot papers. You can stuff fake ballot papers into boxes. You can do lots of things. You can tamper with it.
Madam, even now also, someone can go and press all the buttons in the EVM.
No, you can't. You can't press all the buttons. You have to press one button.
No, one button every few seconds you can press. That is possible even now. So what is great about it? Forget about pressing every 10 seconds. People are thinking that, if you vote for Congress, vote will go to BJP. That is the fear that the people of India have.
That is a little, it's misunderstood, of course. I highly doubt that can be possible.
No. Madam, when the voting starts, they do test votes. In that it is proved that when you do a test vote, when you put a vote for the Congress, it is going to BJP. It is proved during the test vote.
How did Congress win in Karnataka then? And that too thumping majority you won.
See, what I'm trying to tell is there is a doubt. When there is a doubt, do you want the doubt to be there, or you want
there
the doubt to go
doubts on
away
ballot
from
paper
people's
also.
minds?
Instead of going back reverse, you can strengthen the EVM systems. That ideally should have been the way forward. Okay,
haven't we asked for a paper trail of more than 40-50%? They're not agreeing.
Every time the Election Commission asks for Congress leaders to come and prove, how do you think that EVMs can be hacked? All the leaders, back out.
They're not giving EVM to be touched. They say you should not touch the EVM. The Election Commission and BJP agents can touch the EVM, but opposition can't touch the EVM. How is it possible for us to prove it? Give the EVM, we will prove it.
Mr. Amin, why are they allowed? If EC is saying, come, we invite you, tell us how EVM can be rigged, show us if it can ever be hacked, we challenge you. But they're not allowing them to touch the EVMs. I'm not too sure. What is this? Give us some clarity.
I was working there in Election Commission. I was the chief of protocol. So Election Commission had asked about that. They can come. They have the proper notice, and our technicians were also there present in the commission, front of commission. But I'm telling you, no one has come, including Congress or BJP, or no one has come. Only one, I think, left party has come. Only one person. So why they are not come to prove that? And that our party minister was saying that in assembly I can prove this is hacked by anyone. But nobody has come there to prove that. How you can hack the machines? The wastage of time is been wastage of time in the voting. Counting system also slow, and this ballot paper is used by within half an hour they can do thousands of votes. But in case of the machine, 17 seconds are needed from command to vote, and after one vote, this is stopped. Nobody can open the button. That's why they want the rigging on the Election Commission side in the EVM, but the EVM cannot do it rigging. In case of ballot, they can rig anything and do anything malpractices at the time of. They can loot also. You can see the Bihar elections. At that time, they were looting votes. That is the history. You can go to the archive.
Naveen ji,
Satya Prakash, he's talking in English. You can talk to him in English as well.
Yeah. Please
What's with stereotyping him talking in Hindi or Urdu? You're stereotyping him by talking in Urdu.
Please
he could be a Malayali Muslim.
No problem. Please give us 10 EVMs for 10 days. Please give your EVMs for 10 days. This is an open challenge. Please give your EVMs. Whenever you are doing a hackathon of your EVM, you are not allowing the people to touch the EVM.
Himachal Pradesh. in Karnataka. How you win the election in this state?
Okay,
Alright, boss,
Mohammed
you-
Amin, I just have a question. I just have a simple question and I have barely 2 minutes to spare. Simple question, Mohammed Amin, apolitical, nothing to do with politics, just ballot paper and EVMs. Give us a difference between the two technologies. Of course, ballot paper is simple. It's paper that you write the name of who you want to vote for, and a lot of printing, a lot of ink, all of that, it's a lot of cost. EVMs is a machine that is a one-time cost, but after that it goes out to be cost effective. But otherwise, reason to why we moved away from ballot papers to EVMs, of course, a time constraint also, it's quicker. But otherwise, why is America still using it, ballot papers?
Nabila, I have already mentioned you so many times, and this time also I'm telling you, this machine is used by the battery operated, not by the internet connected.
Sir, but the hardware, there are claims
connected.
that the hardware
This
can be tampered with.
This cannot tampered. This is already proved by the technicians so many times in front of the Supreme Court of India, in state election commission.
Okay, so we've got to have faith. We have got to have faith. All right, anything in this world can be tampered. Let's have faith that that these machines are not. Yeah.
Whom they have given we are using the VVPAT. So in VVPAT you can see whom they have given the vote, at what time, and which candidate they have pushed the button. This is everything is in record now. This is the VVPAT that's used by the election commission to prove that where the blind vote or their clear vote. The clear vote you can see which number they have pushed the button, at what time, and what was the symbol. Everything in the record now.
Okay.
But unnecessarily they are blaming to the election commission. I don't know.
Okay.
I
All
think-
right.
I
We
think-
we
I
have
think Mr. Amin-
one opportunity
Mr.
that you
Amin-
have. Satya Prakash, civic
Am-
body polls now. Okay, forget Mr. Amin. Amin is, of course, giving you a lowdown as an election commission former officer. So he has nothing to do with politics, and he's only telling you why the country believes that, I mean, the agencies believe very strongly that EVMs are more cost effective, it's faster, it's more transparent. But of course, the Congress has raised doubts, and rightly so. On many levels, you may have had proof as well. On many more, it were false alarms. So some of those cases are being probed by the Election Commission. But to say, to blanket ban EVMs and go back to ballot papers, one, is impossible. India will never do that. I think we will be going backward in that sense. But okay, if you want to start with civic body polls and see and check and test what the outcome would be, then here's your chance. The Congress has its chance. The upcoming GBA polls, first of all, is happening after 10 years, 11 years,
No.
10 years.
No. GBA is happening after around 4 or 5 years.
11.
not
Okay,
11
but
years.
BBMP polls also never happened, no sir?
BBMP poll not 11 years. I think 5 to 6 years.
No, 2015 was the last. Wasn't 2015 the last?
Nabila, he does not know the truth. Let him understand 2015 last elections took place.
Sir, what, sir? 10 years it is.
11.
See, what I'm
Okay,
trying to
11
tell
years,
is
I was right.
Local body. See, everyone need to understand one thing. Local body elections are not held by Central Election Commission. It is held by State Election Commission.
Yeah, correct.
State Election Commission. Wait 1 second. Wait. Yeah. Listen to me, and my friend is there. I mean, he knows very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All
sir,
of
he's
us-
defending his government. No, it's the only Karnataka,
You
the
both-
only
there-
state
here
that
there
Congress
are-
is.
Here,
They are,
here
of
there
course,
are-
very passionate about that state.
Here there are 2 BJP representatives, and Nabila sometimes goes towards them. So I am the only guy, so I am supposed to get a lot of
Sir,
time. Okay?
I gave you
See, what
first
I'm-
chance to talk. What are you saying? I am actually the most objective and fair. My only thing is I stand by the. I stand by logic, sir. It's not about.
Nabila ji, I ask you a question. Shouldn't we try ballot papers
what
to
is
gain
it?
the confidence of the people?
No.
To gain the confidence of the people.
Okay, so you
Shouldn't
have your
we
chance.
try ballot papers is all I'm asking.
You have your chance. You have your chance. Now, in the next 2-3 months, GBA is going to polls. You've managed to convince the Election Commission. They've announced it. Ballot paper, it is for you. So, you have your chance. But my only logic here is if the same Congress won in 2023 through EVMs in thumping majority, best victory that Karnataka Congress got, then it's a little funny to believe that all EVMs are rigged. That's
I am
just
not
my
saying,
only
ma'am.
stance.
I'm not saying.
And
Few
going
people are
by
having doubts.
extensive studies of the EVM and ballot paper, EVM is a modern, futuristic way of going into elections. Ballot paper is still more old school. You may be able to count it, recount it, but it's slow, it's tedious, not suitable for a country like India. Nonetheless, you have your chance. Let's see what happens. Thanks very much, Mr. Amin, Ashok and Satya, for joining us. A quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
A tall cappuccino with caramel syrup and cardamom.
Sure. A tall cappuccino with caramel syrup and cardamom. Sure.
Tall alfacino with camel soup and Khatija mom. अदरक वाली चाय पिलाओ ना, कड़क।
सर, मलाई मार के देती हूँ।
लाइफ हो या इन्वेस्टिंग, भीड़ के पीछे मत भागो। म्यूचुअल फंड अपनाओ और खुद के हिसाब से इन्वेस्ट करो।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से संबंधित सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
घर है वही जहाँ सब संग हो, रिश्तों को रंग दो, दुनिया को रंग दो।
बिरला ओपस पेंट्स।
लास्ट टाइम कश्मीर गई थी ना, वहाँ खाया शहद, पर उसके लिए कश्मीर जाना पड़ेगा।
अरे कश्मीर क्यों जाना, कश्मीर ही यहाँ आ गया।
सुंदर वादियों में महकती खुशबू और रंग बिरंगे फूल, इनमें से शहद निकाल कर जमा किया जाता है असली शहद, लायन कश्मीर हनी।
असली शहद, असली स्वाद।
इतनी दूर कैसे करेगी, ऑटो लेगी क्या?
नहीं अम्मा।
तो
सरप्राइज।
जिद्दी लड़की।
इसकी जिद ने दी इसे एक नई उड़ान, टाटा कैपिटल 2 व्हीलर लोन्स के साथ।
All right, let's quickly get into our story on A.R. Rahman. A.R. Rahman is a musician that has now run into a controversy after he spoke. In fact, like, if I could ask my panel directors to get the read on our screens, please. But here are images of A.R. Rahman that we're showing for you as a story that's now erupted, a controversy rather, of A.R. Rahman claiming that he's got less work over the last few years, and he attributes that to some communal marginalization in a way. All right, if I could get straight to the story now. A global star, a cultural icon, finds himself at the center of a national debate that goes far beyond music. Oscar-winning composer A.R. Rahman, one of India's most globally celebrated artists, has sparked storm after remarks suggesting that Bollywood may have become less welcoming over the past 8 years, and that a possible communal thing could be a factor in the slowdown of Hindi film offers for him. The comments were made during a BBC interview that he had. Now, while Rahman stopped short of making direct allegations, the implications were enough to ignite strong reactions across film industry and on social media. In fact, in the interview, A.R. Rahman reflected on shifting power dynamics in Bollywood. While speaking about lesser opportunities that he's getting in the last few years, last 8 years precisely, he says that people who are making decisions are largely those who are not creative. He adds that it might be a communal thing also, that I might not be getting enough work the way I used to. Though he clarified that it was not something that he faced directly or explicitly, but Chinese whispers. He says, he gives examples on how he almost got something and then it was withdrawn. He says, you know, I was told by some people that this could be the reason. I wasn't told directly. A.R. Rahman stressed that he is not actively chasing work. He says, whatever comes to me, I do it with all happiness. I'm not chasing it. What comes to me, I do it. But he feels currently that the ecosystem in Bollywood particularly has changed. Now, his remarks also about Hindi film Chhaava did not bode well. He said that Hindi film Chhaava benefited from divisiveness, adding fuel to an already growing controversy. The response was quite intense. Several industry veterans have strongly rejected the claims made by A.R. Rahman. Veteran lyricist and screenwriter Javed Akhtar particularly dismissed the suggestion outright, saying that he does not believe there is any communal element involved. Javed Akhtar pointed out that Rahman continues to command enormous respect in Mumbai's film circles and suggests practical reasons such as international commitments or logistics that could really explain fewer projects for him. Also echoing this was singer Shan, who said the same. He went a step further, noting that if communal bias was real, then several of Hindi cinema's biggest superstars, many from minority communities, would not have thrived over the last 3 decades. Columnist Shobha Dey took an even sharper stance, calling the idea of communal bias in Bollywood a very dangerous comment and warned against framing the industry in sectarian terms. Now, he also got a lot of support. Paresh Rawal came out in support of A.R. Rahman. We also saw Malayalam composer Kailas Menon, who came out in support of A.R. Rahman. Kailas Menon, in fact, went on to post a whole detailed message on his Instagram, urging public to stop berating and disgracing A.R. Rahman. He says, remember the contribution that A.R. Rahman has made to music, not just to India, but global music. His post basically framed Rahman as an artist whose legacy should not be reduced to a single controversial remark. Now, that message has also resonated with A.R. Rahman's family members. Rahman's family, his daughter, particularly composer and singer Khatija Rahman, reacted publicly by leaving a lot of comments on that post, like a fire, heart, clap emoji and all of that, very clearly saying that she endorses what he said, that A.R. Rahman should be allowed to make his views if he wants to. One should not be disgracing him. Bollywood has also been a place where talent really transcends background. A.R. Rahman himself has been one of the strongest symbols of that idea, which is why his words, tentative as they were, have struck a deep chord. But to berate him for speaking his mind. Remember, A.R. Rahman won Artist of the Year at Dada Saheb Phalke International Film Festival Awards in 2025. Just a year ago, he's won a host of other awards that we can think of. One man who's really made it for himself in the same Bollywood film industry and has really lifted India's image globally as well with all the international accolades that he's won. So for him to say that it could be a communal thing that he's not getting work as much anymore, well, point taken, but is it true? And is it fair for him to be ripped apart and insulted for what he said? Should he not have the freedom of speech to say what he wants to say? But do remember, you also had many musical composers and singers, the greats like Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, R.D. Burman, to now Sonu Nigam, Alka Yagnik, Shankar Mahadevan. All of them are getting little work. The ones who have passed away towards the last few years of their careers, their work kitty also shrunk. Now we're looking at same issues with Sonu Nigam, Alka Yagnik, Shankar Mahadevan. It's not like they have that much work that's coming in from Bollywood either. Maybe it could be trends changing in music. Could that be the real reason with which A.R. Rahman possibly forgot to even think of? The 59-year-old Oscar-winning composer A.R. Rahman shared a video on Instagram after much of that backlash saying, I did not really mean to cause any pain. He said that very clearly. All right. Let me take you through our guests joining us. Girish Wankede, film critic, Rahul Ishwar, author and activist, for joining us. Girish, your take on this? A.R. Rahman says that it could be a communal thing in a country like ours, which is already so divided and polarized. This comment was expected to explode, and that's what's happened. Okay, I'm not going to get into what we see on social media. It's unfair. A.R. Rahman should be allowed to say what he wants to say. He has the right to speech. That's what our country offers you. But my question is that what you see in film industries? Does religion or identity ever play a role at all?
Not at all. I strongly believe that when a film is made at a budget of 100 crore or 150 crore, the producer of the film, he is there to do pure business, and he is very much categorically inclined to get the best of the talent. So A.R. Rahman has been genius. He has done wonderful work. This year only, he has done Chhawa as well as Tere Ishq Mein. Both were blockbusters. He is doing Rahman, which is one of the biggest films of recent history. So communal color, giving the communal color is not at all acceptable. Obviously, there are some decision makers which is said that like a music company, instead of choosing one music director, they are getting a mix or the combination of 4 or 5 composers, which is the trend now. But the one thing we should be very clear is the entire musical landscape has been changing. Now the new sound, new music directors have been erupted on the scene, like Anirudh, who has done Jailer 2, like there is DSP, who has done Pushpa, then there is new music director with Dhurandhar. So this new sound with Generation Z is something which people are loving it. So Mr. Rahman saying this purely communal is not at all acceptable. People here are the...
There could be a communal angle also. He said there could be. He didn't say it was only that. He said maybe because of multiple reasons, also people who are uncreative, people making decisions are not creative people. That was another thing he said, that power has shifted to non-creative people. What does that mean?
It was always there. See, studios are, when the CEO of a studio or the MD of the studio or the music or the head of the business head of any music company, literally doesn't mean that he will have a great sense of music. He is there to do business. So there will be always the corporates, and corporates has evaded our film industry, and these are non-creative people, but they are great business people. They make a film of 150 crores and they may not have the great sense of music, but they understand the business as a whole. So we can't say that these are not the decision makers or the decision makers have changed. There are people who will change, but they understand their business well and they know that what could be the appropriate music scorer or the music composer for their respective films. So we should respect that also, and taking in accordance or the consensus what he says is totally unacceptable, because we are the people who did Baiju Bawra with Mohammad Rafi singing a bhajan for Bharat Bhushan, composed by Naushad and written by Shakil Badayani. So this is the Bollywood industry.
According to A.R. Rahman, gone are those days. He says in the last 8 years, very specifically says.
In last 8 years only he has done the best of the films. When he did Chhawa, it is one of the biggest blockbusters. So he has always done, he performed in front of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi last year. So these are all the achievements of one of the Oscar winners for our country. So his achievements are no less. Obviously, there are new composers who are there and it's a competitive field. So he has to accept it and give it another vertical rather than harping on the communal embargo.
True, true. Rahul Ishwar, let's not, and like I did not want to get into what the social media trolls have to say, but your take on, someone wanting to speak their mind. When he said that it could be a communal thing, I'm not too sure, Chinese whispers, it will spark a lot of debate, because he's a towering personality and he's really the face of Indian music. He's brought us so many international accolades and we are so proud of A.R. Rahman. So this message will sting, but at the same time we are in a country which allows freedom of speech to kind of rip him of his of all the hard work that he's done and shame him and disgrace him and whatnot for something that he said. What's your take?
Two submissions. I'm a Hindu right-wing activist, but I respect what Sri A.R. Rahman said. I respectfully disagree with it. That's a different thing. I respectfully disagree with his contention. I think he's a person who has made us sing Vande Mataram once more. We are all thankful and we should all be thankful to him. And he's a person like Paresh Rawalji said. Paresh Rawalji is very close to the Hindu right-wing. But Paresh Rawalji went on to say, "We love you, sir. You are our pride." See, we all, A.R. Rahman is a legend. We can only adore and admire him. But having said that, there was slight sadness when he said that, because people may use and people may portray using his comments, especially made to an international organization, very credible organization like BBC, to paint our Bollywood in a very different light. As my earlier speaker rightly said, we have celebrated Mohammad Rafi ji to a great extent. We have celebrated Ghulam Ali coming from Pakistan. We have loved his ghazals, and we have, Lata Mangeshkar ji went on to say that God's voice will be sounding like Mehdi Hasan. So we had great singers. There are some politics, there are nationality or nationalism issues definitely there. But I hope we should respectfully disagree with Sri A.R. Rahman, and we should respect his authority and stature to say so. It is, I don't think anybody in the right wing will even say that what the ultra right wingers are doing with A.R. Rahman, commenting him, shaming him, targeting him is right. Rather, it will prove his point, or what, when we are abusing A.R. Rahman, it is going to prove his point, saying that there is a lot of intolerance. Let us be honest with it. There is a fringe group in both left and right that will go to such extent of defaming people for their own ideology or religion. But people, I think Amir Khan is a great example that we should model. As
Amir Khan said he feels threatened in the country, and then what happened?
Yes. But later he changed his tune.
Because he got ripped apart for saying that.
So he was rather extending an olive branch to the right wing, and he even went to a program where RSS Sarsang Chalak Mohan Bhagat ji was there, Lata Mangeshkar ji was there. See, this is how you connect to people. See, we have known Mangal Pandey through Amir Khan. Amir Khan was a person who again taught us the right aspects of patriotism through Satyameva Jayade. So they are big celebrities. So we always have we are touchy about their comments because we love them to that extent, whether it is Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman Khan. So there will always be a controversy here or there, but I hope they won't take it to their heart, and nobody says this with utmost hate except a lunatic fringe. I think most of the Hindu right-wing activists will go with Paresh Rawal, saying that we are nobody to comment on a person like A.R. Rahman. We don't have the stature, or we don't have that any aukat to comment about a person like A.R. Rahman. But at the same point of time, we would humbly disagree with a person like A.R. Rahman because his stature is too big and his words are too having a gravitas.
Disagree with him humbly, but still respect him for the work he's done. That's, I think, a great takeaway. But A.R. Rahman has also built his bone in the same industry, which he feels is not very welcoming today. But let's hope that changes for him, at least here on. Thanks very much, both of you, for joining us. All right, let's take you through all our top stories on Day Tonight. Let's start with a very tragic story that's come to light of a Noida techie who died in an under construction site. 27-year-old software engineer Yuvraj Mehta died after his car fell into a water-filled ditch at a construction site in Noida sector 150, just a kilometer from his home at Tata Eureka Park. Now, dense fog and lowered visibility was the reason while he was driving his Grand Vitara. He lost control near the last turn to his society. Yuvraj, who couldn't swim, climbed onto his car's roof and called his father and friends saying, "Dad, I've fallen into a deep pit filled with water. I'm drowning. Please come and save me. And I don't want to die." But very, very sad and tragic that he lost his life. We hear that it was out of sheer panic and freezing cold water. He had a cardiac arrest. That's what his medical reports say. But what was shocking here is that the man was strapped for nearly 90 minutes and there was help that couldn't even manage to help. The fire department that came did not even have a diver, someone who could actually get into water and pull the man out. They were so unprepared, did not have enough equipment, and the man was left trying to fight for his life for nearly 90 minutes, an hour and a half. Shocking and sad. Father Rajkumar says the visibility was so low that they couldn't even spot the car, but ultimately a delivery boy tried to jump in to save that techie there. Mohinder, delivery worker Mohinder, he jumped into the ditch in a desperate attempt to pull out Yuvraj, but it seems like they were a few minutes late. By the time he was pulled out, he had died. Locals have flagged the turn as extremely dangerous with no barricades. In fact, they claim that that's a construction site, and they've always said that that's a danger area and danger zone, but was never fixed. So following the tragedy, now Noida Authority CEO has been sacked. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath formed a 3-member SIT to submit a report in 5 days, and FIRs filed against 2 builders. The question remains, is this, if this was a real blind spot, then why didn't authorities manage to take care of it earlier on? And most importantly, How can our rescue teams be so unequipped? Shame. All right, now, after recent question paper leak rocked Karnataka's pre-university examinations, the PU Education Department now is preparing to take some of its strictest steps yet, with mobile phones firmly in focus. Preparatory examination papers for second PUC in Karnataka were leaked on social media earlier this month, triggering concern. The leak involved maths, Kannada and English papers and was across Shivamogga, Tumkuru and Kalaburgi. So, the Department of Pre-University Education in Karnataka, to safeguard upcoming exams for the second PU state level exams, have planned now to completely ban mobile phones for students inside college campuses during exam time. What's new is this time is that the restriction may also apply to teachers and invigilators. Even they are not going to be allowed to carry a phone inside. During exams, mobile phone use is likely to be completely prohibited. Officials say smartphone access will be strictly monitored across campuses with the aim of preventing any possibility of question paper leakage. These measures will be enforced more rigorously during second phase of exams starting Jan 27th. All right, a major controversy has erupted after an undated, unverified video and audio involving senior IPS officer DGP Ramchandra Rao, who is also a stepfather of actress Ranya Rao, who was caught in the gold smuggling case. A video of him has surfaced, allegedly showing him in compromising positions in office during office hours with a woman. It captures these romantic moments there. DGP Ramchandra Rao, calls both these videos as absolutely fake and done to tarnish his image. CM Siddaramaiah has demanded clarity and announced a government inquiry into this. DK Shivkumar also says he has no idea about the issue but will probe. Karnataka police has not verified the footage or audio, and key details including the identity of the woman is still unknown. No complaint has been filed on this. Currently, DGP Rao is in a secret location consulting lawyers and preparing a legal response. The controversy spreads online now. The question now is whether he still gets to remain in office. He is very close aide of G. Parmeshwara, the Home Minister. So it seems like the Karnataka government and the police are trying to tactfully handle this case. All right, a quick look at a tragic incident in Kerala that highlights dangers of impact of various social media accusations. 42-year-old man Deepak died by suicide in Kozhikode days after a video accusing him of misbehavior on a private bus went viral. The video recorded during that bus journey from Payanur in Kannur was uploaded online and viewed over 2 million times by a vlogger. So that we are covering the face of the vlogger there, but she put out a video showing Deepak standing dangerously close to her, and according to her claims that he was inappropriately touching her chest. Now, that video went so viral that this man, he committed suicide, and the family members claim that the girl deliberately tarnished his image and that he had not committed this crime. Shimjita, who's the vlogger there, stands firm on her allegations, calling this contact a sexual boundary violation. She said, "I stand by it, he did touch me inappropriately." But she never filed a police complaint. She says that she started recording it, and after seeing another woman feel uncomfortable and did not expect Deepak would take his life, but ultimately said that she wanted to call him out, and that was her way of doing it. The police now investigating further. Thanks very much for tuning in. Have a great night.
With Skoda Supercare and growing network across 180 plus cities, you never drive alone.
Skoda. तुम डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग के लिए बजट रोते थे, पर पिक्स कितनी अच्छी आई हैं।
बहुत क्यूट लग रही हो।
ऑब्वियो, अपने दम पे शादी करने का ग्लो।
इन
उनकी जिद ने किया डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग का सपना सच अपने दम पर टाटा कैपिटल पर्सनल लोन्स के साथ।
Being a chef, it's my priority to deliver taste in a plate with good presentation, unique innovation. You need to explore, you need to experiment.
You observe the people, make them happy, make them feel